Alright, is this thing working? If this looks different than every other video I've made, it's because I'm using a new camera. So let's see how this turns out. Hopefully great. But welcome to episode 2 of Let George Cook. Today we're doing something simple. It's late night. It's the weekend. I want something good. I want to continue to be healthy. I stayed in. So what does that mean? That means making some good chicken and rice to me. So I got some chicken fillets, some rice, some lentils that I will be throwing in the rice to see how that turns out, and some winter vegetables because I like throwing extra vegetables in the rice to make it more voluminous, filling, to make it more volume and to make it more filling. Anyways, I've never made lentil rice before, so we are experimenting together. Hopefully it turns out great, and hopefully this is looking good. I don't know if it is. I can kind of see a little bit from the camera. There's a little picture right here, but I don't know. So this right here might have been on my head the whole time. So let me move it. Hopefully this angle's better. Anyways, let's get started. All right, we're going to start with our chicken, some air chilled chicken breast fillets. You want to start with the chicken first, or at least I start with the chicken first, because then it leaves some fond on the pan, some extra flavor. So then when I'm cooking the rice, it'll taste like the flavoring of the chicken. So to me it adds extra flavor, and I'm a fan. So that's how I'm gonna do it. That's how I'm gonna show you how to do it. Wash my hands real quick. Got a clean knife here. All right, I'm just gonna poke some holes in the chicken, and then we're gonna season it, and then we're gonna throw it on the pan. Super quick, super easy. Hopefully your night's going well. I'm recording this on a Saturday night. It's exactly 11:50 p.m. My work schedule has ruined my sleeping schedule because I work overnight, so now I'm just up during the night. This is just like a lunch hour to me, so I'm just making food. Gonna season the chicken with some garlic salt and some chili lime Lawry's. And then I also ground regular salt and pepper on there just because I think regular salt brings out extra flavor in meat that seasoning salt doesn't. So just a sprinkle of these two as well. So that the seasoning sticks, I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil. Not too much, just a little tiny bit. And then I'm just going to rub it all over, rub it with each other. It's probably enough seasoning where I don't need to add more, but we'll see. Yeah, it's looking good. Just get it inside of every little bit that you can. Make sure all of the surface is covered and seasoned. Boom, done. Let me wash my hands, and then I'll turn on the stove here so we can get the chicken on there. This show's going to be as real as possible. There's a very good chance that this lentil rice doesn't work. If that's the case, then you're going to see that it didn't work. I want to show that cooking will have its flaws sometimes. You'll have your recipes that don't work. You have your stuff that doesn't turn out right. It's okay. That's how you learn. So it might not turn out well. We'll see. Hopefully it does, though. I'm hoping it does. I'm going to throw a little bit more of this chili limon one on there just because I kind of like how that one tastes. And I just got a new one, so there's a lot. I'm making a video for TikTok as well, so let me just get a shot of the chicken here. We're getting official here. I'm learning how to use this camera still. I'm learning how to use it. Okay. Can I just turn it this way a little bit? And then we'll go to the pan. Bang. All right, cool. Now we're at the pan. You see the pan? Move the rice. Move the veg. Turn this on. I do medium because it's not too hot to where it's burning stuff, and it's not on low so your chicken won't like boil. So put it to medium. I'm going to throw a little bit more olive oil in there, but I'm wait for it to get hot because it still has a little bit of water, and I don't want the oil and the water to mix. So let's wait a little bit. Grab my tongs in the meantime here. Tongs. You know, there's the common joke that like chicken and rice is like, oh, it's so boring, blah, blah, blah. But like, I kind of actually enjoy chicken and rice. So I'm thinking about doing videos of how many different ways I can come up with chicken and rice. I'm hoping this one is going to turn out well. So pan's getting hot. I'm also going to throw some of this in our rice to make it kind of like Spanish Mexican rice. So it's tomato sauce. I will make sure to include the macros on all this stuff at the end for like a serving or how I'm going to eat it. So don't worry about it. It'll all be counted. All right, the water has evaporated out of this pan. A little bit of oil, not too much. And then we're going to go in with our chicken breast, 4 pieces. 1, 2, POV, grab the chicken. 3, we gotta fit the last one right there. We're gonna let that go for about 4 minutes per side. I'm covering it with the lid so that it does create double-sided heat. Hopefully it doesn't steam because it's high temperature, but I'll check on it in 4 minutes. This new little camera lets me use other angles that my phone wasn't able to. So now you're on top of the stove, and I'm too tall where like I can't just stand here, but I mean, pretty cool, right? Guy gets overexcited about his new camera angles. We're gonna throw our chicken cutting board in the sink and give it a wash so that's not just sitting there on the counter. And the knife as well. Alright, cutting board and knife are clean now. Get another shot for the short here. This is like the full cooking behind the scenes show. So like you're gonna see me do the TikTok shit, the whole me building this channel and all that it comes with it. So if you want to see raw footage of building a dream, you're looking at it. So here we go. Short form content. We gotta put the tong in there like we just dropped them. Bang. And we'll get the shot of closing that. And that'll be shot too. So yeah, I guess you're also going to see the process of how I make the short form content in this too, which is kind of nice. Like, I guess I'm interested in that kind of stuff, and if you're interested in that kind of stuff, then hopefully you'll like this too. I'm trying to make this as authentic as possible, nothing fake, and yeah. I promise though, this won't just be chicken and rice on this channel. I'll do other stuff too. Let me know if any suggestions of any kind of food you want me to make. Put it in the comments and I'll figure it out. But I'm trying to do healthier stuff. I'm also going to be putting in some, this is just, like I said, behind the scenes shit, but I'm going to be starting to do weigh-in videos on my fitness stuff because I'm like really re-locking back in because I feel like I fell off, so got to re-lock that in. Anyway, it's been about 4 minutes. Enough of the other stuff. Bang. Whoa. That's what the chicken looks like after 4 minutes. There's little crusties on the bottom. That's what you want, because that's the fond that's going to be the flavor. But now we can flip it. Actually, I'm going to wash the tongs before I flip it, because I just thought about it. I put the raw chicken with the tongs, so let me wash it real quick. One piece. Dang, that looks nice. 4. Okay. 4 more minutes. Throw that guy back on there. I'm gonna get the footage like I was re-flipping them real quick for this, so it's gonna go like this. Flip one, throw back on there, bang. Alright, 4 more minutes. Then we're gonna pull the chicken off. We're gonna start doing the rice. I'm gonna do 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of red lentils, and this whole package of the winter vegetable mix. And the way I'm gonna cook it is kind of like Mexican rice style, so I'm gonna toast it in the pan for a bit. And then I'm going to put water and then seasonings, let it cook down. And then yeah, let time and heat do the rest of it. I promise you I am as awkward in real life as I am in these videos. I cannot. I'm bad at talking to people. So hopefully you guys are enjoying. Let's get a plate ready for the chicken in the meantime. Just got a bag of rice too. It's nice. Just got a bag of rice. What are you talking about, man? Alright. So I was looking after another 4 minutes. I like to just do a sanity test and like cut it because fuck the presentation. I want to make sure it's cooked, you know. And that was cooked right there. That was cooked all the way. We're gonna pull that out. Let these thicker ones go a little bit more, I guess. This one's good. Take that guy out. Actually, you know what? Let's do this instead. I'm gonna throw it back in there. Throw it back in there. And this is what I'm gonna do to help the fond come off the pan easier. I'm gonna throw this lid back on and I'm gonna turn this off. Turn off the burner, put the lid back on, and we're going to let it sit for 5 minutes. My thought process here is that it's going to make the fond easier to come off of the pan, and then that way when I'm making the rice, there's not like burned stuff at the bottom. So hopefully it works. Alright, it's been the 5 minutes. I'm going to take it out. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but there's juice and stuff in it now. So actually, let me show you. There's juice in the pan. We're going to move our chicken. Bang. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the little pieces, and the juice. We will be using that later, trust. This fond, you can now scrape without having much issue, because it was pretty hard on there because of the chicken, but now it's coming off pretty easily. So now, let's make our rice real quick. We're gonna turn it to medium. We're gonna toast the rice and the lentils right now. So, red lentils. 1 cup of red lentils. Right about 1 cup. 1 cup jasmine rice. I normally wash my rice, but for this recipe, we're not gonna wash it. Just trust me on it. 1 cup of rice. You following me along? A little bit of oil because we're gonna toast the rice and the lentils. That's it. Not too much. Can't go too crazy on the oil. And now we're just gonna do this. Let it take up the fond. Let it take up the little crispy bits. Toast it up, keep it moving, keep it moving. We want it to get nice and toasty. And then we're gonna add the water. A few minutes of this, probably like 2 or 3 minutes. I've skipped a lot of steps on the TikTok thing, so let me get a clip of this real quick. Got the chicken, I didn't record me moving it, oh well. See, if you want the real footage, you come to this one. You get the long form, you get all the content, everything. But it's all good. The other one's just a little tidbit. My goal with this, by the way, with all this, I'm just sharing I'm manifesting my dreams right now, / sharing it with whoever's watching. My goal with all this is to make a cookbook and sell a cookbook with all the recipes that I have. Show you guys how to cook it so that it comes out good. So that's the current goal. Meal prepping as well. The direct, most achievable one that I'm working on the most is A, growing this channel, but B, a little cookbook. We're toasting this for a good amount of time. We really want it to get nice and well toasted. But when it's time to put the water, we're gonna put 3 cups of water for the rice and 2 cups of water for the lentils. So there will be a total of 5 cups of water in this. By the way, the burner is still on medium. All right, it's getting to the amount of toasted that we want it to, which is good. So let's start adding our water. Like I said, 3 cups of water for the rice, 2 cups of water for the lentils, 5 total. 1 cup. And it's gonna steam a lot because it's been on medium and it's been dry for a while. So watch this. A lot of steam. 2 cups, 3 cups, 4 cups, 1 more cup. Gotta get a whole new bottle of water. I ran out of big bottles of water, which is what I used to cook with. So we're using small bottles of water. 5. Okay. And now you want to stir your rice and lentils here so that it's not just all around the edges. You want to make sure it's evenly across the pan. Now we're going to add our tomato sauce. It's 5 tablespoons of tomato sauce per cup of thing. So we're going to add 10 tablespoons of tomato sauce in this. I've never had the lid just flip off. That was cool. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's pretty much all of it. There's like 2, maybe 3 spoons in there left. So say probably 3/4 of that little can is what we're adding. So that's part of our seasoning. And then we're gonna add some chicken bouillon as the final seasoning for this. And we're gonna do 2 tablespoons, a little hefty. Bang, 1, bang, 2. So it's really like 2.5 to 3 real tablespoons, or 2 just kind of hefty spoonfuls. That gives your rice the chicken flavor, the Mexican-y flavor, the banging flavor pretty much. All right, so we're gonna cook this. Remember, it's on medium. We're gonna put the lid on this, and then we're gonna cook it on medium for 5 minutes on the burner. All right, lid. Actually, let me get a shot real quick. Keep forgetting to do that. This video is gonna be so dumb, but who cares? Just explain that the rice and lentils are in here, and that there's seasonings. Get that out of there. Okay. All right, lid's gonna go on it. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes on high. In 5 minutes, we're gonna turn off the burner. We're gonna leave it for another 5 minutes with the burner turned off on the burner. And then we're gonna move it after those 5 minutes for 15 minutes, no burner, on cold, and just kind of let it rest for about 15 minutes so that it all settles and is nice. Oh fuck, I forgot that we're adding the vegetables. Let me add those real quick. That's so funny. Okay, 1 container of winter vegetables. I guess I could put that in the, all right, the whole thing. This is gonna add volume to your rice. It's gonna add fiber to your rice, and vegetables low-key banging when you're not thinking about it too much. Put the lid back on there. I'm gonna leave the same amount of time that it was cooking, so I'll leave the same timer, and then we'll see how that goes. But there's about 3.5 minutes left on it, then we'll turn it off. Actually, I'm gonna run it back 5 minutes. 5-minute timer. I'm hoping it doesn't make it too mushy, but we'll see. We're learning, we're learning. We're just freestyling right now. Hopefully this turns out super banging, but we'll see. All right, I ended up cooking it for 10 minutes on medium high. Now I just turned off the burner. I'm gonna leave it on there for 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes, I'm gonna move it to one of the burners that doesn't have any heat on it for another 15 minutes for it to set. So 5 minutes off the heat, but with the burner still hot. All right, it sat the 5 minutes, and then I moved it to this burner to sit for 10 minutes, and now it's been 10 minutes. Let's see if it is good. What you know about that little lentil rice? Did this come out good? Bro, there's no water at the bottom. You know what? I'll take that. That looks good to me. Veggies look cooked. All right. I like how this came out. Let's plate it up. All right, let me get a plate. This is exciting. I'm glad that it came out good. We're gonna pull back our chicken, and I forgot, we're gonna take the chicken juice, and I'm gonna throw it in there. Oh shit. I lost the chicken breast. All right, I just threw the chicken juice. I don't know if I saw. I don't know if I showed the camera, but I just threw the chicken juice in the rice. You can still see it in there a little bit. Just for extra flavor, and the rice will soak it up. Just gonna mix that in. That's just the chicken seasoning and all the chicken juice that came out. It's gonna turn it even more banging. All right, we're gonna go scoop of this rice. We're gonna go hefty scoop here. Lentil chicken rice with veg. Dang, why is my mouth watering right now? All right, and then let's go this way. There's our lentil chicken rice. We're gonna pop one of these chicken breasts right on there. I like protein. I'm gonna go another chicken breast. Bang. All right, there's our final product. Lentil vegetable rice with a little bit of chicken on top. Let's give it a little taste test. Actually, let me get a little shot for this. All right, I'm gonna get a shot here of me trying it, and I'm gonna try it for this one. Double shot of me trying this. Let me get a little piece of chicken. I really like how this lentil rice came out. This might be the only way I make rice moving forward. Healthy fiber rice, low key, gotta be banging. All right, scoop of the rice, scoop of the chicken. I'm burning my mouth at how good it is. It's so hot. I don't know if you can see. Shit. I don't know if you can see. It's steaming. But that is banging. I'm going to cut the TikTok over here. All right. Is that better? There's our final product, chicken and rice. I'm going to calculate the macros, and once I have them calculated, I will put them right here. Total for one serving. The rice, I'm going to say it's about 8 servings of rice. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Chicken, lentil, rice. See you next time.